Good morning, everyone. My name is Ravi, and I am your subject for today's meeting. Before starting the meeting, let me follow you through our area. We have drinking water and washing facility at the backside. Please avoid using it when someone is speaking. Before starting the meeting, let me tell you basic downloads that we follow in our meeting. Please mute your mobile phones. For online members, if you are not speaking, please mute yourself and turn off your video if you are stepping out of room. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so avoid using these topics. This meeting is being recorded and will be uploaded on YouTube for better self evaluation. So please wear these headphones for better audio clarity. Now I request you all to raise your right hand and repeat our club mission after me. We provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence, personal growth. Now let's welcome our presiding officer, TM Nikhil, to the dais.
Good morning, all. Warm welcome to our 218th weekly meeting of Vadodara Toastmaster Club. As a presiding officer, we know our president Tarun has started one tradition, right? He used to start our meeting with stories, and I would like to continue his legacy to start today's meeting also with a beautiful conversation. It was a conversation of Mahabharata. Once Lord Krishna and Arjun, they both were sitting on a tree and they were talking about something. At that time, Arjuna asked one question, that why all the people, they consider Karna, you know Karna, right? Karna is a most generous person, while my elder brother, Arjun's elder brother, Yudhishthira. So Arjuna said, my elder brother has never refused to anyone to anything, but still people consider Karna as a most generous person. So Krishna was smiling and he thought, okay, if you want to get the answer, let me bring you with Yudhishthira and Karna, you will find the difference. So Krishna and Arjuna, they both had changed their look and they become Brahman and have this Diksha Patra and all these things. They went to the Yudhishthira court and they asked, we want sandalwood sticks. We want to do yagna, and for that we need that sandalwood sticks. Yudhishthira immediately asked to the soldiers and gave the order that go to the jungle anywhere, find out the sandalwood sticks. But it was a monsoon time. All the soldiers, they went to jungle, but they did not find any dry that stick. Instead, they brought these wet sandalwood sticks. But we know it would not be possible to have a yagna with this wet candlestick. So that yagna did not possible. Now Arjuna and Krishna, they both went to the Karna's court. The same question they asked to Karna. We want a sandalwood sticks. We want to do yagna. Karna just thought, okay, it's a monsoon since few days. There is not possibility to get the dry sticks. Immediately, what Karna has done, he just asked both the Brahmins to wait for half an hour, and in that palace, that okay, yeah. So Karna has chopped and cut down the doors and windows which has been made with the sandalwood, because he knew it would not be possible to get the dry sticks outside, and immediately he took this decision and gifted that sticks to Arjuna and Krishna. At that time, Krishna told to Arjuna, now you might found the answer why Karna is more generous than Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira, he does his duty as a dharma to give everything. But Karna, he loves to do, he loves to give, he loves to give something. And that is the difference. So it happens with everyone. There are four kind of the things. Whatever we do, first, if someone told us to do, like our parents, our teachers, and that's why we do. The second category is something if someone forces us to do, like enforcement. That also, we all are doing. The third category, that is the Yudhishthira. We feel, okay, this is my duty, this is my responsibility, this is my dharma, whatever the say. That's why we do. But the fourth is, we do because we love to do. And this is the main difference. Whenever we do something which we really love to do, it always gives us that fulfillment, that sense of satisfaction, and subsequently success. So, with this short message, I know we all love to attend this Toastmaster meeting, and that's why we, in the Sunday morning, we all are here. Let's start our 280th meeting. Let's start with our guest introduction. We have few guests who are here for first time. I would like to invite them for small short introduction. I think you are first time here.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Narayan Chowgule. I'm working in L&T, and I heard about this Toastmaster Club way back, but now I got a time and chance to attend this. So I wish to enjoy this session with you all and enhance my this learning experience and the speaking abilities in greater way. Thank you.
Sir, you are first time here, right?
So actually, I can say it's my second time because Krunal is my colleague. So I had attended first. So my main intention was to bring my daughter so she can enhance her skills.
Okay, please. You are also here. Now we have so many young members in our club. So we will get more energy because these people will have more energy and more will. So we will be getting that.
I'm Kanchan Gurani. I'm his daughter, and I'm here for the first time. So never been here. So I don't know anything. So I've just started 12th CBSE.
Okay, with I think few of the guests, they all are already attended a meeting previously. So let's start our meeting. For the guest information, let me share the structure of today's meeting. We have three sections. First will be the prepared speeches where our club members, they are going to give the speeches based on their pathways. Our second section will be the table topic. This is about the impromptu where our guests and members are eligible to participate. It will be having a very general topic where instantly we need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. While the third will be the evaluation topic where our evaluator will help and they guide to our speakers and they are also evaluate the speech and also figure out few of the areas of improvement. This is how our book of the week. So let me welcome Toastmaster Jignesh to present book of the week.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil, and all Toastmaster and prestigious guests. Warm welcome. My name is Jignesh Panchal, and I am presenting book of the week. And this book is my experiment with the truth. I hope everyone read this book. And if you are not read, then please read it because it's give a lot of information. Everyone know that. I know that everyone know about Gandhi. What is Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi? Because we learn something about in a school, but that information is not enough. There's only success story is we learn about it, but in this book he experiment like one of this leader story I'm telling from this book is the commitment. Okay, so when he moved to the London for lawyer graduation, at the time he gave a commitment to his mother that he will not take any kind of non-veg food because he belongs to belongs to Vaishnav family, and in Vaishnav family non-veg is not allowed. And you ever know that in 1870 there is a vegetarian option is very limited, but he is committed towards the his towards his commit, and what are the fear and challenges he offers and how he is overcome with that. So this kind of information will get, and it will give a positive energy to us. So my recommendation is that to read this book. In this book, Gandhiji narrate the story of his life, his belief, and his experiment to the philosophy and emphasize his philosophy towards the non-violence and truth. So that's it from my end, and yeah, please read this book. It's very informative and give positive energy. Thank you.
Okay. You like members might be wondering, there is this theme is blank. Anyone has any prediction why it is blank? Good guess. The reason is that yesterday I shared the poster, and you might have seen Toastmaster Udit. He's supposed to be a Toastmaster of the day today, but because of his health issue, he's not able. And yesterday night only I come to know I have to play team mode, and it was unpredictable. And I thought, okay, let it have the theme of prediction. So that's why intentionally it is blank. And today I would like to share something about the prediction, and that is what today's theme. One of my friends was telling me that in 1990s, if we have invested in Reliance stock, the stock price was 8 rupees. If we have bought 1,000 stock of 8,000 rupees, the today's price is about 2,400, and that is also once or twice it has been splitted. But during that time, we did not have that prediction that Reliance will go up to this level. Or in the second, like in 2004, that I know. I was in engineering, and at that time the TCS IPO came, and that price of the TCS share, like IPO listed at 106 rupees, and it has opened to 123 rupees. So if we have 106 rupees, if we have bought 1,000 stocks with 1,06,000 rupees, the today's price is about 3,300 rupees TCS stock, right? That total value is about 33 lakhs within 20 years. But this is all about the prediction. We have to predict whether this goes up or down something. Kirit sir has this Gujarat Titan, and we know IPL is also going, and today is a final match, Chennai versus Gujarat. And in the television, we all have seen lot of advertisement about this gaming, right? We have to predict which player makes century, which player will take 3 wickets, 5 wickets. And if our prediction goes right, we will get rewards. And this is all about the game of the prediction. So today, in our Toastmaster meeting also, I have few questions, and you will have chance to win that reward. And I must say thank you very much to Hiren sir. He brought few chocolates as a reward. So this is how we need to start. I will also ask our tech team to introduce their roles before having this prediction game. So let me welcome our timer for today, Toastmaster Ravi, to explain his role.
Good morning, everyone again. My name is Ravi and I am the timer of the day. I will time the table topic speeches, prepared speeches, and the evaluation. For prepared speeches, the time limit is between 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will raise green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will raise green card. For icebreaker speeches, the time limit is between 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I will raise green card. For evaluation, the time limit is between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. For 2.5 minutes, I will raise yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise red card. And for table topic speeches, I will the time limit is between 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise green card. At 1.5 minutes, I will raise yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise red card. As I am also playing the role of star, I will be sitting here in the corner. So I will raise the card until you see me. Thank you.
It has to be there. Now we have Toastmaster Janki, who is playing the role of AHA counter. I think she is online. Hello, Janki, can you please turn on your camera? Am I audible? Hello, Janki, am I audible? Yeah, you are not audible. Hello, Janki, can you speak something? Hello, Janki, can you speak something? Yes. Okay. Let's move to our third role player, Gamaliel. Let's welcome Toastmaster Hiren for his role.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Once one person went to United States, and when he came back, his friends and his neighbors asked him that what's something special you have seen there. So that fellow says that, oh, United States, very advanced country, everything is very nice, roads are very clean, everything is very systematic. Not only that, everybody is so educated, they speak English. Every people, they speak English. And to your surprise, I mean, not only the adult people, small child also they speak English. So obviously, the children will definitely speak English because they follow their parents. Their parents, whatever they taught him, they will understand. For us, English is second language. And that is why we have to depend on the grammar. More we learn the grammar, we will be able to speak it better. So that is the role I'm going to do today. I'm going to watch everybody's grammar whenever they are speaking over here, and I will try to explain if there are some flaws or if there is some improvement required. I'm going to explain that. And as a grammarian, I have role is to declare the words of the day today, phrase of the day. Word of the day today is swag, and the meaning of swag is bold self-assurance. I would say how you will use in the sentence. I would say that because Vadodara Toastmaster Club has hit the bullseye, every member can stand here with a swag because we have achieved that. And yeah, the clap is for the Vadodara Toastmaster Club. And the phrase of the day is blessings in disguise. Something at first it looks very bad or unlucky, but the result of that is very good. So that is called blessings in disguise. When you have to wake up early in the morning on the Sunday and come to Toastmaster meeting, and that too on the father's advice, personal advice, I would say that is a blessings in disguise, because coming to Toastmaster has a lot of things to take along with you. So please use those words of the day or phrase of the day in your speaking slot. I have one more temptation for you. I have brought the chocolates for you. Those who will speak word of the day or phrase of the day, I am going to give the chocolate for that. Not only when you speak, but if you speak in your mind, I am definitely going to give chocolate for you. Thank you very much, and over to you. Ravi.
I think there is some technical issues with Janki side. We have our Kunal sir, and we need to ask him to take this role. That is also unpredictable as per our name. Yes, welcome Kunal sir.
Thank you. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. This is an opportunity which has blessing in disguise for me. Even though I'm not a Toastmaster currently, and I'm joining soon, but I got an opportunity to take this AHA counters role. Now, for the benefit of the guest, what is AHA counter? Well, in a language, I'm sure you all must have friends or relatives or colleagues. They could not speak frequently and they take a lot of breaks in between. You know, filler words like yesterday, I went to that place, and so that was the demo I have given. And that is exactly I'm going to note when you come here and when we speak about your speech. So I'm going to record it, and at the end of the meeting, I'll submit my report to the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you. Special thanks to Kunal sir to take this role. Now again, come to our theme. We have 3 minutes, and at 10:55 we are going to start our first session. That will be the prepared speeches. But as I told you, I have few questions. You have to predict the answers. These all are the very general questions. It might have multiple answers, but you will only get chocolates when your answer has to match with the answer has been written over there. So all the questions are very generic. It might be possible there are 10 answers are possible, but okay. So I have my first question. You can see. Promptly, who will be giving the answer? You are not right. Anyone? Mm. Mm. Yes. I think all answers, all this answer might be for the other question. The answer is this one. So this is the best way, to stop overthinking. I have another question. Very nice, very nice. This is the right answer. Sir, you will have this chocolate. So yes, reading always expands our mind. Now I have third question. Yes, sir. Okay, we need to go fast. Sleeping. This is the right answer. To recharge our body, we need a sleep. Yes. Thank you. So to recharge our mind, we need meditation, but to recharge our body, we need a sleep. I think this is very easy. All answers are correct, but this is the right answer. Okay. Eating, very nice. Chocolate. Hearing good news? No. So like gratitude helps us, to focus what we have to feel good instantly. I will give you 2 chocolates. Nice answer. That is also good. That is also good. So I think this is most appropriate answer. Hope it makes sense to all. Listeners. Yes, Asif is right. To teach others. This is the best way to learn better. Yes, Asif, congratulations. I think yes. Exercise is the competence for my company. Yes, congratulations, man. And this is the last one. Yes, sir. Many congratulations. This is the theme for today. I hope this is also unpredictable for all of you, but a lot of predictions were true. Okay, now let's start our session. That will be the prepared speech. We have our first speaker, Toastmaster Nikki, who will be giving her icebreaking speech. Before we invite Toastmaster Nikki, I would like to invite Toastmaster Daneshwar for his role about the evolution. Welcome, Toastmaster Daneshwar.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and all our esteemed guests. Myself, Toastmaster Daneshwar. I hope many of you remember me. Today, I am going to evaluate Toastmaster Nikki for her icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Nikki, by profession, she is a teacher and also a businesswoman. And to purpose to join our Toastmaster club is to improve her communication skills, also the personal relationship, and the public speaking skills. She has chosen the pathway strategic relationship, and this is her project 1 and level 1. So just like to give best wishes to her first speech. Thank you.
So let's welcome Toastmaster Nikki for her ice-breaking speech. Yes, Toastmaster Nikki. The summer I grew up, Toastmaster Nikki. Toastmaster Nikki, the summer I grew up. All the best.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I hope your Sunday is going well. So before starting my speech, I have a little question for you all. So I just wanted to ask that have you faced any situation or any event in your life when your perspective towards your life completely changed? Yeah, I did. And that is the story I'm going to share with you all today. It is not about the summer I turned 16 or I turned 18. It is about the summer when I faced an event which changed my life forever, which changed the perspective of my life forever. Okay, so back then in 2016, when I was in class 11, I was a bright student, so my parents put me in the science stream. And back then, the concept school was going on very well. So I also got admission into a concept school. And my dad is a businessman, for your information. So he was running a business in a rented shop in 2016. And his business was going well. So we were in a very nice swag and we were doing well with all the expenses and all the adventures and everything. But after a certain amount of time, the summer, which I'm talking about, that was May 2017, at that time, the shop owners basically said my father that my father had to leave the shop because he wanted to do his own business, right? So what happened was my dad was shocked because he was running that business since very long. And my entire family was dependent on that shop. He has to close his business on the very next day, and we were all shook because not only the fees or the basic requirements, but all our joy was also taken away from us because of this only this one incident. So that time, everything was going fine. We were doing well. We were like adjusting somehow with all the expense cut down and everything. But after a certain amount of time, the next academic year came and he had to pay my fees. That was, to be precise, 90,000 for the entire year. And a businessman who just closed his business, it was very difficult for him to pay the amount. So my mom took the charge and being like housewife, being the lady of his support, she sold her jewelry just to pay my fees. And that was the summer which grew me up. That was the instant which just clicked into my mind that this cannot happen. I cannot let them do this much for just my education. And I decided that from now onwards, I'll have to take the charge. Being a 12th standard student, I was not allowed to do anything to get the money back, to earn. But at that time, I just given it my all to study. And at the end of 12th standard, I scored 92%. Thank you so much. And after that, I took admission in MS University. Along with my college and along with everything that was happening to me, I started working as an assistant teacher in an educational institute. I was completely unaware about the circumstances which were there, how to manage the kids, how to teach everybody, how to talk to everybody. I was completely unaware. Like a little kid, I was there, and they're just saying something, I'm doing it, they're instructing me, I'm doing it, but I was not aware. I was there just to get the money, just to get the money back so that I can buy that jewelry for my mom. But after a certain amount of time, I turned that, what can I say? I turned that pressure or I turned that just doing a job into my profession. And I started learning that there was like 6 to 8 months. By that time, I was not interested into this job. After that, I was like, no, I can do this. Why should not I? So I started taking interest in it. I started taking charge in it. And after 2 to 3 years, I was having as much confidence that I can open my own class, right? And today I'm running 2 classes very successfully. You can come and visit. I would be very happy to have any of you there, right? And today I'm making them proud every single day. It's not about the jewelry. It's not about what they sacrifice for us. It's about us understanding that what can they do for us. And working early or started working early was a blessing in disguise for me because I was missing out on so much. I was missing out on hanging with my friends, on like staying in the canteen for the entire day because every college student does that. But I did not do it. Then back then I was feeling very bad. Like, why am I not doing it? Why am I missing out of it just because of the money? But now I realize it's not the money. It's the sacrifice and the, like, what can I say? It's the strength they have given to me just to work on this. And I am making them very happy each and every day. Today I am here just because of that. Like, my classes are going good, but I still need to improve my relationship strategies because there are 15 to 20 employees under me which are working for me right now. And I don't know how to tackle them. In my introduction, I said that I don't know how to make them happy. I'm just giving them instructions, but I don't know what goes behind that. Right. So I'm here to learn that how to deal with people, how to make people comfortable and happy in my atmosphere. And that was my icebreaker. I hope you like it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikki. Wonderful ice-breaking speech. Now we have our second speaker, Ashish Venugopal. Before inviting him, I would like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Bhushan, to explain the role. Good morning. Today, Ashish is going to give his level 2 project speech. The speech title is Code for Clarity Not Found. It is his speech from past dynamic leadership. The purpose is understanding your communication style. Now, please note, his time will be 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, PM Nicole. Toastmaster Bhushan, let's invite our second speaker, Toastmaster Ashish. 404, clarity not found. Toastmaster Ashish, clarity 404, clarity not found. All the best.
Thank you, TM Bhushan, and thank you, TM Nikhil, for your introduction. And a warm welcome to all the guests, and a very hearty good morning to my fellow Toastmasters. Almost a month ago, I was in a conversation with a very learned person. He was a professor at a very reputed business school in our country, and he was telling me an incident that took place in his class. What this institution had done for the students was they had asked them to collect some feedback from people that they had worked with in the past. People from different levels of the hierarchy of the organization, those who are senior to them, junior to them, their peers, etc. And the institution made a report of all these findings based on the personality and communication style feedback that they had received from the people evaluators. So these people, the students, I mean, they were all very diverse category of students. They came from different geographical areas. They were brought up with different cultures, different academic backgrounds, different professional backgrounds. Basically, there was nothing common about all these students, except for one thing. And that one thing was that every student found something surprising in the report, something that they did not ever think was the way that some other person perceives their communication. Communication is a very dynamic process. What we mean to say may not change. However, the way we say it would change depending on the situation and the context. Broadly speaking, there are 4 different types of communication: direct, initiative, supporting, and analytical. The first type of communication, the direct communication, is a very straightforward way of communication. This is particularly useful in professional context and matters involving more of the mind. Basically, matters where preciseness and clarity of speech are very crucial. On the other hand, this may not be very suitable way of communicating in more personal matters or matters involving more of the heart, because the honesty, the brutal honesty or the frankness may often be mistaken by the other person and perceived to be more about the brutality than about the honesty. A few people who usually engage in this type of communication, you would have seen Elon Musk and the tweets on Twitter. They are mostly a very direct form of communication. The second type of communication, the initiating one. For all the extroverts and party people out there, this one's for you. These are people who are the life of any event, and they usually wear their hearts on the sleeve. and they are almost effortlessly are able to strike a conversation with anyone, even a stranger, and they do it with a swag. This kind of people, they are able to talk to anyone, and they are very open about their feelings. And this is a very convenient way, I would say, of blessing that absolutely no disguises in making new friends. However, even in these cases, there may be a chance that the other person would find his emotions being suppressed because of this person's over enthusiasm. So you might want to keep it in a bit of check if you are that type of person who is overly enthusiastic about talking to people. To give an example, but all the Toastmasters here, before the meeting and after the meeting, the interactions that happen among us is quite initiating. The third type of communication is a supportive one. Often in life, we face many issues. We face trying circumstances, and it becomes very difficult for us to cope with. And in such instances, we often wish that we had someone who would lend us a ear, just so that we are able to vent our emotions. So often in such times, we approach maybe counselors or some spiritual leaders, or maybe just friends and well-wishers. These people are characterized by their sympathy and their patience. Much like an initiative person, and in direct contrast to a direct type of communicator, this type of conversation may not be very useful in most professional contexts. Basically, any issue, any circumstance where you are not able to afford to keep all the stakeholders happy. Some places where you need to take some tough decisions. An example of communications involving this kind of style, you can take any social worker, any person who is working towards the upliftment of the society, people like Mother Teresa and Mahatma Gandhi, you can say it's a supportive kind of communication. And the fourth type of communication, the analytical one. Precise, being organized, structured, and precise about their communications are hallmark of these type of communicators. They like to organize their way of situations instead of being spontaneous about it. In stark contrast to the initiative type of people. Someone said that if you have a problem in life and you want to be comforted, you approach a sympathetic person or a supportive person. If you have a problem in life and you want to solve the problem, you approach an analytical person. To give an example of these kind of communicators, you have entire professions like consulting and analytics that are built around this kind of communication. A throwback to the example that I mentioned in the beginning, my discussion with the professor at the university. About a week or two ago, something very similar happened to me. I took a communication assessment test conducted by Toastmasters itself, and we were evaluated on a few parameters, and the outcome was decided among the 4 communication styles that I mentioned before. To my surprise, I found that I was overwhelmingly predisposed to use a direct style of communication. And I had never thought that I was so direct in my communication. Point being that often we do not have 100% clarity about how we come across to the other person. Quite often, we are in the dark about how the other person perceives our approach towards them. Much like how you click and expire the page link on your cell phone, and the screen lights up with a 404 page not found error. You don't know what was in there. What can we do to improve this issue, or mitigate this issue, or find a solution to this problem? We can be more open in our discussion with people, try and understand their feedback towards us, get their feedback, see how they're responding to our statement. We can also be more introspective about our discussions with other people, think about it ourselves, and maybe try to find a solution, realize what the other person was thinking about or reacting to our statement. And in some cases, as I said before, you can take some kind of assessment. These assessments are usually not very accurate. They mostly can give you just a starting point to work. So once we have a better idea about how other people perceive us or how we are communicating to them, how effectively we are communicating to them, and we find where we lie in the overall spectrum, we can make a more informed decision as to how to tweak our communication and make it more effective.
Thank you, Dr. Master Asif. Now we have our third speaker, that is also ice-breaking speech. But before that, I would like to invite Master Durgesh for his introduction talk.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster, today my target speaker is Toastmaster Krishna. Toastmaster Krishna is giving his first Project 1 level 1 speech, his icebreaker speech from the pathway of presentation mastery. The purpose of the speech is to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. All the best for the speech, and please do come with your swag and present your speech very confidently. Thank you.
Let's welcome Toastmaster Krishna, and I would like to request all the members to give a standing ovation because this is going to be his first speech. Let's welcome Toastmaster Krishna. Unveiling my journey, Toastmaster Krishna, unveiling my journey. All the best.
Hello, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I would like to begin with a quote. Every journey begins with one step, but when we share our stories and open up, we inspire others to take their own transformative journey of self-discovery. I was born in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. My father is a chartered accountant. My mother is a postgraduate, and I also have a younger brother. My upbringing was strict with a lot of emphasis on education. And since childhood, I have been to a lot of places, from Jodhpur to Varanasi to Bhopal, and then finally Vadodara. This happened because my father changed his job because of new and better job opportunities he was getting. And this also meant that I had to change my school multiple times. It was a bit hard because you go to a place, you make friends to adjust to the new environment, to make a rapport with teachers so that they give you extra grades. But then again, you have to move to a new place. But this also helped me to learn how to make new friends and also make me a bit flexible. And in Vadodara, I did my schooling from Delhi Public School. My school life was pretty good and full of fun. And I represented my school in various sporting events like cricket and lawn tennis. And at one point of time, I was also a school council member. So when I completed my 12th from commerce stream, I had a decision to make regarding which degree to pursue. Most of my friends are going for BBA plus MBA route. And now I also wanted to do an MBA. But before that, I wanted some work experience and a professional qualification so that I will have a unique profile for myself. So that I decided to pursue BCom from MSU, and along with that, I started pursuing company secretary, CS professional qualification. So in CS, there are 3 levels: foundation, intermediate, and final. So in my first year of BCom, I cleared my foundation level and in my first attempt. But after that, when I came to intermediate, there I came to know about a rule that there are 8 subjects. You have to pass individually in each of them, and also you have to get an aggregate mark. Then only you can qualify for next level. So I gave my first 2 attempts of intermediate. I was able to pass individually in each subject, but I had missed my aggregate by 10 marks in first attempt, 5 marks in second attempt. So just like that, 2 years passed, and my BCom was about to complete. And this was first time in my life that I had experienced failure when I had worked so hard for it. But now I realize that this failure was a blessing in disguise for me, because I was looking for some motivation. And for that, I started reading some self-help books. And the book which inspired me most was You Can Win by Fifth Year. In it, I read that failure is part of life. Every successful person has gone through it. You have to learn from it and move ahead. And these books also helped me realize the importance of health, because the past 2 years I had studied so much, and all the sporting activities were on a hold, so I had gained some weight. So then I went back to study. I changed my preparation strategy. I took some steps from the seniors who had cleared that level, from my father who is already a company secretary. And then I also joined the gym. Within a year, I was back in shape, and I was also in CS final. After that, I started working in a legal consulting firm as an editorial consultant. My parents were asking, why are you working? Like, we are able to provide you, but I wanted to work because this job would have helped me preparing for final, and also I wanted to become financially independent. So after 1 year, when I became a company secretary, the firm promoted me to consultancy division, where I was providing legal consultancy in the form of case laws and company secretarial work to professionals as well as to lawyers practicing taxation. So now, after working for 3 years, I realized that now the right time that I should pursue the MBA, because now I want to work in a multinational company or a firm on a bigger scale in a senior management position. and having an MBA from a reputed university will make my path very easy. So that's how I decided. But before going to the university, I wanted to improve my public speaking and presentation skills. So that's why I was looking for something. And my father, who is a member of this club a few years back, he told me that this club will really help you. You should join. So that's how I became a member. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that count. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Krishna. It was such a wonderful journey and message that you passed on was incredible. Now, our first section is completed and it's time for the timer. Please welcome Toastmaster Ravi for the timer. Thank you.
Toastmaster Nikhil took 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Toastmaster Ashish took 7 minutes and 6 seconds. And Toastmaster Krishna took 4 minutes and 17 seconds. So all of them are qualified. Thank you.
All the members, we will have a poll for the best speaker within a few minutes. Please vote your thoughts in that poll. With this, this is the closing of our first section, and now it's time for more exciting and interesting section, and that will be the table topic section. Would like to invite Toastmaster Pratik to take this section. Welcome, Toastmaster Pratik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil, and first of all, very good morning to all. Today, I have gathered some of the questions that might have happened already within your life, once for a while or multiple times. So, if you have encountered this kind of question and you came up with speaking topic, that will be a blessing in disguise for you as well. And then you can have an advantage of speaking like this, right? So, I will first of all call you on stage, ask you to pick a number from 1 to 10. There are total 10 questions currently I have, but if you are willing to give a challenge to yourself, there is a 10th number question which is for me. I wasn't able to get better situation handling in that kind of situation. If you want to challenge yourself, just ask the 10th number question. So that's the risk involved in that. And so moving forward, I will voluntarily ask someone to come on stage if anyone wants to come. If not, I will give the hardest question. So, the number 1 to 10. 8. Your question is, you accidentally step upon a beautiful rangoli, and now the owner, who is visibly angry, is looking at you. How you can effectively handle this?
Good morning, Toastmasters. And yes, the question, how to handle the situation when you step on the rangoli. Well, I'm from a village where in Diwali, Dashera, we used to have the very big rangolis in the entire, we used to call it Delhi or street. We will have rangoli. Accidents do happen, and I do have experience wherein we have stepped on the rangoli. In my opinion, you cannot do anything when you step onto the rangoli. You can be very try to convince the person that I accidentally fall upon you, and you can ask for the forgiveness that I have, it was a mistake from my end, or you can do anything. But once you have put your foot on the rangoli, just go into the, you ask for the forgiveness, be polite with the person. That's only the thing you can do. You will not be able to do, I don't think that you will be able to do anything more than that. It is the same thing like somebody is cleaning the house or putting the pocha, and you are just stepping onto it and you have to hear it. It is the similar thing. If you are putting a step on Rangoli, just be ready to hear something and enjoy that music. That's the worst thing you can do. Or you change for it.
For those of you who didn't encounter this kind of situation, you might have an idea what to do next. Okay, moving forward, I will ask someone else to come on the stage voluntarily. Anyone? Sure, madam. Is anyone number except you? Okay. Your question is, if an unknown neighborhood person asks your Wi-Fi password, what's the best way to turn them down?
Good morning, everyone. It's a very interesting question. If there is someone from my neighborhood whom I don't really know much and whom I don't want to entertain much, my simple answer would be, I don't know the password. My husband has changed it a few days back and I haven't asked him again. So that would be my answer. If he is a known person to me and I would like to help him out, then I would tell him the password itself. And then maybe after an hour or so, I will just ask him what is his need. If he stays for an hour or so and maybe some school project or some office work, important thing to be completed, I will ask for the time frame approximately. Maybe after an hour or two, I will turn off my internet and change the password and then tell him, oh, kharab ho gaya. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. In my case, I just use my Wi-Fi name as my neighbor's number, P301. Whenever someone asks me, I use P301 for Wi-Fi, which I'm technically correct by using too. So anyone more who want to come volunteer? Yes. Okay. And then, what is the name? Anish. Pick anyone number except 8 and 3. You want to get the God question? Okay, number 10. So your question is, in a room filled with the people who just had a dinner, a sudden release of digestion reactive gas, but everyone denies it. And how to solve this mystery? I never expected the question to be this, I'll be honest. So, to know who has released this digestive gas, we will first have to know what each and every person has eaten so far. So, we first need to know the cuisine, because if it's rajma, chole, and it's eaten by everybody, then it's hard to determine. But I don't think everyone likes rajma chole much. Selected people only will eat it. So then we will narrow it down to those people. Then we can notice their facial expression. If there is perspiration on their face, if there is sudden eye movement, if they are fidgeting much, then we can know that they are lying. Otherwise, we'll just leave this and move on. What can we do? What else can we do? Thank you. Suddenly, people sometimes more comfortable with their own smell. So if you find someone is so much relaxed, just try and suspect like you. Okay, moving forward. Anyone one more? Yes, so come. You can select anyone number. It's not written. Yes, number 5. So first, are you married or not? Oh, I'm not married. Okay, then the question is appropriate.
Okay. Your question is, what are the questions you would ask to your possible future spouse in the meeting of arranged marriage?
Very good morning, Toastmasters. At the age of 18, the thought would be very sideways in my mind that of getting married. And from starting, I thought that I will get married very late at 28. Actually, boys get married at the age of 24. I'm very curious. And when my parents talk something about that, I just leave the room. I just do the things because I don't want anybody to talk about this. But now, unfortunately, this question has come here, so I have to answer. Well, I look, actually in future I plan to become an engineer. If I become engineer, so I want an appropriate life partner who is equivalent to me. I will first go and say, what's your qualification? And well, after qualification, I will do some cross questioning as it is done in interviews. Because when you cross question the person, you can understand if he or she is saying some statement, and then she's again saying something in contrast to that. I will understand that this person does not have her own stand. How will she handle a marriage life? So there's something I will see. I will also see the family background and the basic things that everybody sees. Because actually, at more, I don't know. As in future, I will grow up. I will be able to understand the realities of life, and there will be alterations in the question that I will ask. That is like that. Thank you.
When I was in meeting, my first question was, you still didn't show your pen and we know each other. Okay, going forward, anyone who wants to so, number from one of them. What's the name, sir? Narayan. The four question number is, how to respond a expensive person who approaches you for a small loan. Expensive, who don't know, spends money carelessly. Question number two. How to respond to a person who spends money carelessly and asking you for a small loan.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everybody. So money is the very precious thing. Now everybody, now this loan, what we are getting for bank, housing loan, educational loan, everything is dependent on money. And many of my friends also supported me for my this home loan or home loan also. So suddenly, if I found any person who is spending too much carelessly on his own expenses and doesn't care about the future and taking loans, and so all of a sudden he's coming to ask me that he wants certain loan, then my first understanding would be what he is going to do with that thing, and when he is going to return with that money. And if I found that it is the reasonable money that I can bear with, even considering that as a loss, then I would be able to happy to support him. But provided that he should have a solid reason, like any medical emergency or paying some tuition fees. But if he's going to go in the pub and waste this money, then I'm not that person who is giving just for charity. So I will ask the right reason, and even if he is a needy person, then I will be able to support. But for a careless person who doesn't care about money, it's very hard for me to say yes to him. So, money, I will suggest some few things to him, that he should stop doing such things and he should invest in good this money, and he should be so it will come in blessing in disguise in some day today, and he will remember my name that I given him some good advice. Yeah. Thank you.
Now, any more guests? Select any number from the remaining one. Are you married? Okay, then okay.
Okay, great. So actually, this is for a married person. If you want to pick 7, okay. The 7. So your question is, how to respond to a finance institute representative who's calling you daily to offer you a pre-approved personal loan?
So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The question went like, a financial institute which is providing me a pre-assured loan. First thought would be like, it could be a scam, which is very much common in today's world. Like, if you visit a mall or any other place, there are some person running behind, sir, the credit card. Sir, this is education loan, this is personal loan, anything like that. But then you fall in a trap of interest. For a better example, you could see China, which is giving loans without any basis to Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and others to support their military conspiracies with their land, which they are not understanding and spending the money carelessly. You can take the example of Sri Lanka and Pakistan as well, as their economy has fallen down with a great, and China is taking over their land by giving them pre-assured loans. So I would definitely be apart from that and think a second thought how I could be financially independent, in which I could not have to take these loans and save myself from their interest rate. Thank you.
Usually, I want to get rid of this kind of calls. So whenever I get a call, I wait for the lady, beautiful voice. Then ask her, your voice is too good, but someone more asking for me the loan. But I want to get a loan. You are the only person I will talk. But get the rest of all and delete my number from them. And then I block your number. So then after I am getting very much less thought of this. So anyone more guess? Okay. Okay. W. Okay. The question is, how to teach a lesson a mischievous child who always ring your bell and run away?
Yes. So thank you, Toastmaster Pradeep, and good morning, fellow guests and Toastmasters. So basically, this question is telling me to teach myself, because I used to be this kid in my childhood, and I must say that right now also I'm that kid, and even if we have grown up, me and my friends have passed out our schools, but we still carry that instinct to play these kind of mischiefs with any of the houses in our place. So, but if you ask me that how can you teach some kid like this a lesson which plays these kind of mischiefs very frequently, and if I'm there and I witness this happening in front of my eyes, I would simply catch that kid, because obviously if that child would be obviously very too young, and we'll catch him and we'll just take him and make him stand in front of that door until that particular person comes and opens it. Or the best option would be we'll support him in whatever he is doing, and we'll join him too in ringing more bells. Thank you.
I too had this similar kind of incident. Get rid of that child. I just use a dummy wire sellotape to my doorbell and put a warning current LP, the shock. But the problem is everyone stopped doing the doorbell, even though who should have So I need to think of some creative ideas then. So I took one empty box of masala, and the cap of that I just stitched one button of my shirt and put as a camera. So that solved my issue with this doorbell problem. Okay, anyone more who wants to come volunteering? Anyone from the last? Yes. Okay. Is anyone number from the system? Okay. Your question is: consider you are running a startup. Hence, how will you convince Mukesh Ambani to invest in your company?
Warm good morning to fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Coming to running a startup, I am basically a dentist. Mukesh Ambani is invested in each and every company. He has gone into medical, but he is not into dental. So I'll be running a dental startup. So that will be the most easiest way for me to convince him. So startup consider their pocket size could be large. Coming to the dental treatments, the pocket size is way large. Each and every person, there is a record saying 2 teeth will be decayed. And as the food is changing, each and everyone will have malalignment in their tooth. So the pocket size ranges from 50,000. And the profit margin ranges from 300 to 400%. It will be the easiest way to convince Mukesh Ambani. Rather than that, you have to build a startup. He will only come personally and approach you. You want to invest in the startup. And even yesterday, some in foreign chips company has invested money. He has gone into Campa Cola to replace Coca-Cola. And in healthcare sector, he is into health. Pharma business is taken care by his in-laws. And dentistry has never ever touched. And so this will be the most easiest and the exciting way to convince him. Thank you.
Anyone more volunteer, please? Anyone? I will choose someone. Okay. You, sir. Yes. Adi Mahesh, sir. Then 2 questions are available. You can choose one. Okay. One, first one. Okay. Your question is: what is your idea to handle a spouse's excessive shopping habit?
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Toastmasters and guests. So, topic is bit relevant to me, and I used to face this question every time I go in the weekend to a grocery shop or even a mall. So, as a husband, I could see that there is less opportunity to prevent such kind of cases. So every time you have to just support, you have to make her realize that this is whether it is really required or not. Normally, I categorize these expenses in two categories. That is basically a need based and like a wish based. So every time I just walk with her in a DMart or anywhere, I keep her reminding: is it a need or is it a wish? So she is also smart and understood. So every time she picks things, but later on she categorizes these things in a two bucket and she make her decision. Apart from this particular choice, then I have to keep quiet and keep my credit card ready. So there is not much I could do in that part. So these are the two things that I follow in my personal life, and till now my wallet is under control, and I am not facing any such issue. So thank you.
Okay. Last one. Anyone? Everyone's so scared. Anyone? Okay, sure, madam. Okay. So there is only one number left.
number 9. Yeah, sure. What advice you would like to give to someone who purchased an 1 lakh rupees phone on EMI with having only 12,000 a month salary?
Thank you so much for the question. Good morning to one and all present here. I think buying 1 lakh rupees phone in the salary of 12,000 rupees just to make him feel, just to make him feel proud, just to show his swag to the people he's around with, right? But I think having this kind of salary and purchasing this kind of phone would be very challenging to him. And I would just advise to properly manage his finances. शौक बड़ी चीज है कहा जाता है. So I think if a person is having that daring to buy 1 lakh phone in 12,000 salary, is first challenging, and the second one, it is very, very amazing because I like his spirit that he is aiming high, so that if he is aiming high, he will also prepare himself to work more and to gain that, to complete his EMI. So I think it's a very challenging and amazing thing he has done, and I will always support this kind of thing because I myself did the same. And right now also I faced the challenge and came back successfully. So thank you. That's for the day.
Okay, so that was a very wonderful session. I will ask timer to give a timing report. Yes, Master Ravi.
Only guest to Visakhapatnam is not qualified. The rest of the speakers are qualified. Thank you.
Now I will ask Star to raise a poll in the group for the best table topic speaker, and I will hand over the stage towards Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratik. It was really amazing question. And to be honest, it seems little difficult also. I was thinking you should not ask me to come here. Okay, so in our 280th meeting, the second section that is going to be over, and now we will be in the third part. And I would like to invite our Toastmaster Kirit sir to take charge of the third section, the general evaluation section. Let's welcome Toastmaster Kirit sir.
Thank you. Very good afternoon, or very good morning still. Okay, after such an interesting speeches and a beautiful table topic session, you will find it a bit dull period ahead, but don't worry, it's not going to be dull. Second part is also going to be as interesting. So my role is first to do the review of the session so far held. That was the whole idea. So I'll first invite the evaluators of the three wonderful speeches which we heard from Nikki and two others. So first I will invite Toastmaster Dhyaneshwar to evaluate Toastmaster Nikki's speech, the ice-breaking speech. Good morning once again. Toastmaster Nikki, I like your flag. When you started your first speech, icebreaker speech, you are so confident, courageous, and bold. It's very hard to believe that it is your first ice-breaking speech, and I like that. With this speech, you have started your journey for being a distinguished Toastmaster. So I like to just give big applause to her. You already had a good skill set of public speaking. Also, as you from your speech, I learned that you are a good leader and also human being. So you all the good skill sets you have, so you just nurture it and improve it. And the big decision you made joining this Vadodara Toastmaster Club. So this will help you to improve at more because you have very good seasoned Toastmasters here. So from the evaluation point of view, I don't have much to add, but as I said you that you had a very good start for your speech. You started with the question. It already helped to engage the audience. Also, you had a very good eye contact with the. Also, she used good hand gesture and also tried to use the brilliantly the stage. So just watch the different speakers here and learn from them. And we will improve furthermore. All the best. Thank you. Thank you. Now to evaluate the second speech of Toastmaster Ashish, for versatile speaker, I would invite Toastmaster Bhushan. Thank you. Anyone here who have not seen the 404 web page not found error? Everybody has seen it. So it tells that how the relatable and catchy title was. It was a short 404 and how we find something which we don't know. To talk about the speech, we know that Ashish is a quite natural speaker. He has his own swag, the way he speaks. He's always open. He has good voice clarity. Even at the back, when I'm sitting at the back, the voice was very clear and loud. Each and every word was very clear. That is very good aspect of his speech. The hand gestures were quite, his hands were moving. He was moving on the stage and it was like open. He was enjoying the speech. His speech has all three aspects of the speech. It has starting, it has body, and it has good conclusion. He started by engaging the audience with a story when he narrated how the communication is important, or style. Then he came into the body, wherein he described as information to the audience what type of communication styles there are. Those were four styles of communication, and he described all the four styles. He concluded the topic with what things the person needs to take care when he needs to improve his communication style, so that he can be a better communicator to the person, and that will benefit him as well as the person who is they are talking to. There were four styles Ashish described. Those were direct, analytical, direct, initiating, supportive, and analytical. The best part I felt about this is that he gave the person example, when it is quite relatable, like a Mother Teresa, Elon Musk, all these things. What I wanted to give it is my suggestion that what can be improved is, he gave the examples, but that examples can further be extended, like when he said the example, okay, we have an initiating type of communication, that can be, what is the initiating type of communication? When we talk, we'll like, hi, how are you? That is the way we start the initiation. Similar way, like a Mother Teresa, if she might be giving advice or talking to somebody, a supportive communication, how she can communicate. That's what I felt. That could be a good part of it. And you could have covered the stage wherein you explained that, okay, this is the direct communication, this is the initiating and analytical, and the way it is. Overall, I felt it was a very good speech. It has a good tonal variety. It has a good voice. It was easy to understand. You had very good eye contact. You had a very, very good physical gestures. And all the best. You can, if you incorporate this suggestion, it can be very good. Over to you. Thank you. Now to evaluate the eye-specific speech of Toastmaster Krishna, I would invite Toastmaster Durgesh.
Good morning, all of you. First, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Krishna for his ice-breaking speech. You have very well unveiled your journey through your speech, And I must say, your speech was very well structured. It has beginning and you have started with quote. That's the good point. And also you have ended your speech with a quote. So it has very well structured, like it has a beginning, body, and conclusion. In the body part, you have added, you have introduced your family, what circumstances, what are your career goals. You have explained very well. So kudos to you. I would like to add some points that you have very good, you have very good voice clarity, and so that each member can listen what you are speaking and understand about what you are trying to convey. Few points I would like to add is that you look a bit nervous while speaking, as it reflects that you are looking into the camera, not the audience. That's the point. It shows the nervousness. Also, you are moving forward and backward like this so many times. Sometimes it's not necessary for to move backward and forward. If speech required, then you can. Otherwise, you can stand here and deliver your. And one important point I would like to add is to take pauses in your speech, because you are continuously speaking. Some members, even for me, it's difficult to listen. It's difficult to understand and listen, because you are speaking very fast, not taking a pause. So these are the points I'm suggesting you to be a better speaker. Apart from this, this point, the speech was amazing, and I can understand it's your first speech, so these things happen with all of us. And kudos to you. You have taken first step towards the journey of public speaking, and that's it from my side. Thank you. Over to you.
I would request timer Ravi to say whether everybody is qualified.
TM Nyaneshwar took 1 minute and 20 seconds. TM Bhushan took 3 minutes and 10 seconds. And TM Durgesh took 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So apart from TM Nyaneshwar, TM Bhushan and TM Durgesh are qualified. Thank you.
Now we had a beautiful double topic session, and that has to be evaluated equally and I would request Toastmaster Dignesh to do the table topic speakers evaluation. I think all the speakers will be very eager to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirit sir. As everyone knows that Pratik Pratik prepare a very good topics, and I love all these topics, and he make this session is more interested than everyone having a smile in their face. So this kind of environment always required. So I can say that he make us swag in the Toastmaster today's meeting. So as I said that I love all this topic, and it's a unique topic. Only improvement is that the purpose of the table topics rule that missed in this meeting. So it should be taken in the next meeting. Now I am giving the individual feedback of each and every table topic participant. So Toastmaster Bhushan, he started his speech with a good start, a well-structured speech. This kind of speech is not we are observing in most of the speakers, but his Team Bhushan speech is well-structured, a good body language and hand gesture and good eye contact. So no any negative point for him. Just Visakha, some suppose she took and some repeated words, I think our counter will take care of this. Used a Hindi word, but no, didn't translate into that, and her speech is very short. So make a lengthy speech next time. Guest Anis, good body gesture. He's a natural speaker. He's used stage properly, and but he used some incomplete sentence. So next time onwards, please try to complete your sentence so it looks attractive. You complete. You are a natural speaker, but some sentence is not completed. First, eye contact need to improve. Sometimes looking on the floor and use is very well hand gesture with the speech, but extra movement and utilize stage and continuously moving is showing some nervousness. Narayana, hands are in a pocket and sometimes folded, and but eye contact is always good. You are for all the audience. Yes, Raj, explain with the example. This is a good start, and he's a natural speaker, a good hand gesture every time. Kabir sharing his personal story, good eye contact, and hand movement. He's also a natural speaker. No any negative for today's speech. Seen eye contact, watching on the floor. Good use of stage. He's utilized stage properly. What is name? Ashish sharing his personal story, and yes, he's using all his good eye contact as well as body language. And Anjali is her speech is flawless and very good, and used all the stages, whole stage. I think that is my feedback.
Well, now I would request the two role players who have been observing very keenly all the speeches. First, I would invite Toastmaster Hiren. Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, my fellow members and guests. Well, I was watching the entire meeting and I realized that every speaker was speaking with a swag over here. And that was, I would say, blessings in disguise by giving all these difficult words, but still all the members would be able to utilize that. I did my job. I started with Toastmaster Nikhil, our president, acting president, and he mentioned that there is not possibility to get dry stick. So there was no possibility to get dry stick, and for short introduction can be changed to for brief introduction. I would say the guest, one guest introduced herself that I just passed 12. I would say that you passed 12 standard. So that's it should come with a swag. I would say 18% students in the newspaper I have read that only 18% students they know how to do the division. So you are much above those. So that should come up. I would say it's a physical grammar, not the verbal grammar. Toastmaster Jignesh mentioned that it gives a lot of information. It gives a lot of information, but it should be it gives a lot of information. And Toastmaster Nikhil mentioned again that in certain year TCS IPL came. TCS IPL came. I would say TCS stock or TCS IPO was launched because something comes in Gujarati. In Gujarati, we say that when we are approaching Mumbai, we say that Mumbai આવે છે, Mumbai આવ્યું. But in English, we say that we approach to that location. So this is how TCS stock was launched. Then Toastmaster Nikki, I would say that if she is not a math teacher, if she would be a English teacher, and if she has English classes, I would be first person to join it. Because she was speaking very fluently, and I was eager to find out some grammatical mistakes that they were learned. So that was very good. Toastmaster Ashish enhanced it further. There were no grammatical mistakes, and then I double checked that whether I'm still in Toastmaster meeting.
or I'm attending some professor's lecture in MS University. So that was wonderful there. Toastmaster Krishna mentioned about you joined gym and you remained back into the shape. I also joined gym, and gym they renovate themselves very nicely in between, but my body remained same. So that was very good that he took advantage of that gym. Toastmaster Bhushan mentioned that we will have Rangoli, but we would have Rangoli, something like that could have been better way. And the guest Vishaka, you mentioned Kharab ho gaya. That's out of range or something, that just a small thing. And Toastmaster guest Yashraj mentioned that financial situation has fallen down with a great, or it can be mentioned as has fallen down greatly, some type of that. Toastmaster Kabir, I would say he should go for English literature. Even after passing 12th and aiming for engineering, your English was very good. And I would say that your pronunciations were even better. And he can think about going to English literature rather than his sister. I would say that all of them were speaking very nicely. And in the end, I would say that word of day spoken by most of the Toastmasters. Prayers of the day were also spoken by Toastmaster Nikki, Toastmaster Ashish, Krishna, and Narayanan. And nobody was lazy. Nobody was lazy. They were, whenever they had a chance to speak, they were making sure to speak word of the day or praise of the day. Despite I told that even if you speak in your mind, you are entitled for the chocolate. So that's a big round of applause to all of you. Thank you. I will be distributing the sweets at the time of photograph.
Wait, I don't think we can have any better cameraman than Toastmaster Hiren. And I am sure that he will run out those chocolates. So it was a blessing in disguise that we had our counter Janki could not come. So we have Toastmaster Kunal as our counter, and he would tell us about the poses. Okay, good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Today I am submitting my R counter report for 288th meeting. Toastmaster Nikhil, I found 2 uns in your speech. Dhaneshwar, 2 uns and 4 hours. Toastmaster Nikki, was it really a icebreaker? I doubt. What a performance, what a speech. But yes, I must say that focus on so, because so is a frequently used word in your speech. When you work on it, your speech will further enhance to the next level. And similarly, I found 5 arms, but it is but natural. It happens in icebreaker, and icebreaker generally does not require any evaluation. It is only applause. So kudos to you for the wonderful speech you have delivered. Bhushan, Toastmaster Bhushan, I found 4 uns and 3 so, putting all together your evaluation plus your table topic speech. Toastmaster Ashish, if I had to give you some salutation or some adjective to your word, you are the Arnab Goswami of Toastmaster, Vadodara Toastmaster, or maybe Shashi Tharoor of Toastmaster. You have excellent command over your English. But yes, with that also, I found 5 uns and 1 so in your speech. Toastmaster Durgesh, 1 uns on 3 so's. Toastmaster Krishna, again, excellent speech. Even though it was your icebreaker speech, amazing delivery. I found 1 un on 3 so. Toastmaster Pratik, I found 5 uns and 2 so. But again, I like the subject you deliver. Only thing is, keep it small when we give the subject to the guest, because sometimes guests are not too familiar with the longer subject. Then Vishakha, 1 and 2 so. Then Anish, all secrets they need to be revealed. So I found 3 uns and 1 so. Then Toastmaster, Harsh, 2 uns and 3 so's. Narayan, 2 uns. Yogaraj, right? Yashraj. Yeah, sorry. I forgot my specs. Two and 5. So, and after that, the guest came, so I had to go down. So I could not evaluate few of the speakers. So excuse me for that. The person I admire the most and envy about his humor, Toastmaster Kirit, he always left me, I would say, angry because I could not find anything in his speech. Ravi was Sergeant at Arms, so I found 1 ounce and 3 so. Jignesh, 2 arms and 2 so. And I was lucky enough to find 2 ounce from Hiren. Otherwise, generally, he also left me unhappy. Thank you. Thank you. Do we go for the report now? Okay.
Well, now I will general evaluation I will do for the entire session, which I normally do by a synopsis at the end of the meeting. But this time I have disabled of that synopsis part of it. Those who know me will know that I am a cinema fan. So I would evaluate this session like a movie. So we had the director first, but then the producer himself became director because the director could not come. Now director invests time and energy. So he has definitely invested his time and energy to schedule the whole meeting. He set the stone with a very beautiful story. The director always first narrates the story which the movie is going to go for. His game was game of prediction. So that is when the director takes up a movie suddenly, then he himself has no idea what kind of movie he's going to make. So he's going to ask questions, and he exactly did the same thing. So he played a double role of producer and director accordingly. Then the movie had 3 stars, 2 newcomers and 1 versatile speaker. So we had Toastmaster Nikki, Toastmaster Krishna, and Toastmaster Ashish, who was a Toastmaster only. They were the main stars. They were launched today. 2 of them were launched today. And like Karan Johar launches, our Toastmaster also launched all the 3 stars. And they did wonderfully well. I mean, I'm not supposed to evaluate the speeches, but I must say, as rightly pointed out by Kunal, that Toastmaster Nikki is a born speaker. Like a born actors we have, there are some born speakers. And I would say that Toastmaster Nikki is a born speaker. A lot to learn from him. And rightly pointed out by Toastmaster Kunal, that he has just done a bit of a pose. That's about all. Toastmaster Ashish has a baritone voice. He has a Amitabh Bachchan kind of voice. And it reaches everywhere, maybe beyond this door. He speaks very well. I have to say one thing about his speech. All new and all Toastmasters must learn how to develop, how to craft the speech. So if you can say that organizing, crafting, delivering the speech, hallmark of Toastmaster Ashish. This speech which he gave today could be a keynote speech in any of the sessions if he elaborates further. Because the communication style, many of us have given speeches, but I have not seen such a thoughtful speech organized by him. Toastmaster Krishna, this was the first attempt, and obviously he was nervous, looking nervous, but his nervousness soon got over it, and he gave a very clear and what you can lot to take home type of speech, how to develop your career. His path and journey is very clear. Initial hesitation was there, but after that, of course, he was smooth. Now, let me tell the movie has a supporting cast also, a character artist. So, character artists of today were the 3 evaluators which we had: Toastmaster Dhaneshwar, Toastmaster Bhushan, and Toastmaster Durgesh. Sometimes character artists, really become the jaan of the movie, soul of the movie. Today's first, I would say that analytical evaluation by Toastmaster Bhushan. The speaker eagerly waits for his analysis. And if the analysis is done in detail, like Bhushan did, then it really takes something to take home to the speaker. So I must say that Bhushan's evaluation, people should listen on the YouTube if they are not done again. Toastmaster Dhaneshwar was cool and calm. I think it took a little less time because he was probably taken over by Nikki's speech because there was nothing to be found. And I fully support him because I would also not have done more than 1 minute evaluation for her. Third speaker was evaluated by Toastmaster Durgesh. Durgesh, we have seen initially how nervous he was. Now we can find that he is very confident. His English is very good. He has learned how to pose the speeches. He very beautifully
gave the evaluation, and he gave one good observation about pose and movement, which I had missed in Toastmasters, but he said pose is very important. Coming to table topic master, he played two roles again. He played the role of book review first, and then table topic evaluation also. So Toastmasters Jignesh book review was about experiments of truth. I think those who have not read that book, it is available in Gujarati, Hindi, and English, all the translations. Must read kind of book. He very rightly says, I am born in the same place as Porbandar, where Mahatma Gandhi was born, and my house happened to be just opposite the place where he was born. So I know, but the book, if you read, it's an honest account of how a man should live, how a man has lived and come up. It's a worth reading book. Jignesh did the TT evaluation also very nicely, and pointed out all the significant aspects of the speakers who spoke. But I think rather than criticizing the speaker who have come for the first time on table topic, try to encourage them. That's what my word of advice to him. Table topic, Pratik. We have all seen Pratik before also. And sometimes, like Surya Kumar Yadav also got out of the first bowl 3 times. But that doesn't take away his talent. Pratik also had failed in the first speech. He was nervous, he withdrew. But today you could see, like Surya Kumar Yadav, he was hitting all around. And his topics were certainly difficult, and many of us found that I am not cold because it was very nice. But the best part of it that he answered all the questions himself. The question which he answered I liked the most was that you did not tell your parents that we know each other. So very thoughtful question. Now coming back to the evaluation of our counter and supporting, I would call it a technical team because the movie has star, directors, character artists, and then they have supporting artists. The supporting artist which we had was Toastmaster Ravi, who was a cameraman, I would say. Then we had Toastmaster Hiren, who was a script writer, right? And Toastmaster Janki, who instead of that, Toastmaster Kunal took over all the glitches of the shooting wherever it took place. So first, I would say the Ravi. He was, the movie has to be completed in time, so he was a timer. We rightly said that everybody has to complete the role in time. So he was a time director for that. Toastmaster Jignesh, as I said, book review. Dr. Kunal. Kunal, observations are sometimes so minute and so thoughtful that you must take it home. Like today he said that icebreaker does not require, the icebreaker requires only applause and not criticism. Very right way to say that. Toastmaster Hiren very beautifully explained both the things, the swag as well as the blessing in disguise. I mean, so humorously. And he can create humor out of nothing. And I call him wonder of wonders because whenever we do any conversation also, he has a very beautiful observation. And he keeps his swag always intact whenever he comes to the stage. He wears beautiful shirts. And I always admire him for the smile which he brings to the thing. So we were lucky to have 3 very supportive staff, which were Toastmaster Ravi, Kunal, and Toastmaster Hiren. And with this, every movie will get awards. So we will also get some awards like Filmfare. That I will leave it to Toastmaster Nikhil. He would announce the final winners and the concluding speeches. Over to you.
Thank you, Kirit sir. And now it's time, as sir has mentioned, it's time for awards. And still we have few times, so there are 2 things. I'm going to conclude our theme, that is about the prediction. And we will also take 1 or 2 guest feedback. I would like to ask one question. Prediction is what? It is all about the data. It is all about the analysis, right? As I mentioned, in 1990s, there was a Reliance. In 2004, there was a TCS. In 2023, there are 10 or 15 companies. They become next TCS. They become next Reliance after 20 years. But we don't know because their stock price might be right now it's 10 rupees, 15 rupees, or 50 rupees. And we are going to be 3,000, 5,000 in future. But how do we predict? So based on the data based on the analysis, right? But in all over, we all have such experience that forget about data analysis, everything in our life. There is something happen which is completely unpredictable, and we may not get the answer why. I would like to share my personal story. I lost my brother-in-law 2017. He was just about 26 by accident. Still, like there is no answer of why, right? So it happens with everyone, and at that time, none of our prediction will work over. So I was reading some of the article, and I was trying to find the answer, the why, and I found one beautiful story, and I would like to share as a conclude of our speech. There were two friends. Those were walking from one village to another village. It was an old time. There were no transportation facilities available. They were walking, and it was almost late evening, and they found one temple. So they decided, okay, let's stay in the temple, and tomorrow morning we will start our journey. In between, they thought, okay, they also had their lunch, their dinner with them, the food packets, they had that. So they thought, okay, let's have a dinner, and we will start. We will have a rest, and we will start our journey tomorrow morning. In between, there was one stranger who came into the temple, and he was looking hungry. He was so tired. So he asked for help, for food. They both were just about to start, and this third gentleman came. So they both friends thought, okay, let's help this guy because he seems quite hungry. The first friend who opened his food box, he has 3 rotis. Okay, the other friend who just opened the box, he has 5 rotis. So they decided, okay, we have total 8 rotis, and we will share. But it is, we know, quite difficult with the 8 rotis and 3 people, how they can equally distribute. They are thinking what to do. Meanwhile, that stranger who suggested, okay, let's do one thing. Take a 3 piece of each roti, divide 3 in 3 pieces. So we will have 24 pieces, and we all equally eat 8 pieces. So the other 2 friends were agreed on that. They did these kind of the things, and they ate 24 pieces. They had a good sleep. In the morning, that stranger who told that, okay, I appreciate and I thank you very much for your kind support, and just a sense of gratitude, I would like to give you these 8 gold coins. So he gave this 8 gold coins because of 8 rotis. So first and second friend said, okay, let me take 5 coins because I had 5 rotis. The first friend, you take 3 coins. But the thing was that there was an argument. The first friend says, no, it should be equal, 4-4, because this gentleman has given the 8 coins to both of us. It should be 4-4. I also gave my, whatever the food I had 3 rotis, I have distributed. And that argument didn't stop. And they both went to the head of the village, like what to do, what's the solution? Because there was the issue of just 1 coin. One says 5-3, other says 4-4. They went to the village head, Sarpanch, like at that time, and they explained the situation. That village head was also confused because it seems both the argument seems valid, right? The first friend also, he's okay, like we both have shared the food, it should have 4-4. The other friend says, okay, 5 and 3. So that village head did not find the answer. So he asked them, give me 1 day to think. And he was thinking, and at last also he did not get any answer of this situation. And then he prayed to God. God, give me some sort of solution so that I can convince both of them. And that solution or the judgment has to be valid. So God has given the suggestion. And again, that might be the unpredictable for all of us. God says, give 1 coin to the first friend who has distributed 3 rotis. and give 7 coins to the other friends who has distributed 5 rupees. Are you agree with this solution? It is unpredictable, right? But that village head has given the judgment. Okay, so first friend, you gave the 3 rupees, take 1 coin, and the other friend, you took 7 coins. The logic behind that scene was the first friend who has 3 rupees, if he has divided in 9 pieces, other friend who has 5 rupees, who has distributed in 15 pieces. So the first friend who has distributed 9 pieces, out of 9, he already ate 8 pieces. He has just said 1 piece to that stranger. While the other friend who has 15 pieces, who ate 8 pieces and shared the 7 pieces to the stranger. And that's the logic. And such kind of the things in our life also it happens. Sometimes we never think and we always say, why it happens to me? But we don't know the logic behind the thing. The calculation of God, none of us would know that. And in this situation, it happens with why to everyone. So there are 2 things that we all should do in such kind of the situation. So first, obviously, we have to accept the thing because none of us would know the logic or the calculation behind that particular situation. And the second is, like if first friend who has accepted the 3 coins would not have lost 2 coins, right? So sometimes it happens. Whatever we have to, learn to be appreciate what we have. We have to show our gratitude, what we have. That will give us the answer of the question why such kind of the situation happens with us. This theme was also unpredictable for me. I did try my best to deliver my thoughts on this. Now we are almost 12:27 is there. We have 2 to 3 minutes. I would like to invite some guests, any of the guests who would like to share their feedback. Okay, sir, you can first time.
What a fabulous performances by all the team. I would start from this, right from the director or the nominee, the head of the committee of this total movie, the speakers, evaluators, other supporting members of this total movie, and more especially to the person who makes humor out of everything. I was not, because that humor is a very good subject that keeps everybody intact and engaged. So I like that part and your part also. So the total session is what this we should learn about speaking English confidently and delivering our effective speeches. That we should have the body, starting, the middle body, then conclusion, and this other factors like facing everybody and covering the stage, which are important factors that we every time forget. So we get this platform to exercise this, and that is good part of it. So because not everybody gets the chance to speak in front of the public speaking, and that is the most common fear. So if you can tell person that can you learn the swimming, we will go and attend class and we can swim. But this is one area where a person has to come out of his comfort zone and start delivering. So that is the good platform that everybody is supporting their role and everybody is appreciating other efforts. That is the part which I like the most here in this session. And I thank this group has created such a versatile people here. So I look forward to attend and join for this Toastmaster Club. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, can we have one more guest? I think, ma'am, you come first time, right? Okay.
Hello everyone, myself Dhruvi Patel. I'm from Baroda, and I'm right now working as an assistant professor in Parul University. Today I have joined this club for the first time by sharing the feedback from Mr. Ashish sir. And I find after joining this club, I find that it's really a purposeful session, that such a way the activity is planned. And I also look forward to join more sessions on daily basis. Thank you.
Okay, I think now it's time for film fest, and I would like to, though I'm playing both the roles, I would like to invite Kirit sir to present this award. Yes. Producer and director. Congratulations. Namaste. And we had a very interesting topic session connected. And okay, and we have the last award for best role player, Toastmaster Kirit. I would say one this year. In fact, regenerated the entire VTM there and so many new youngsters that we want to really tighten our belt from there because we are about to compete with all versatile youngsters. Very glad from Thank you, sir. Go and Tarun. Yes, sir. With this, let's close our today's meeting. We will have one group photo and then